Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing out there in YouTube land? Me, I'm still fighting the pneumonia, but I think it's getting a little bit better. Well, today I would like to talk a little bit about Schneider's hiring process for the IC program. When I first heard about this, I had found out about it online. Thanks to Jeffrey Light. I found his videos, and I never knew that this program even existed to where you could choose your own freight. If I'd have known that they had this program earlier, I'd have already been choosing my own freight instead of driving for dispatchers. But everything works out in God's time. So when I found out about it, I started the inquiries, and Schneider was really generous to me. When I called Schneider Finance, they allowed me to come in with zero down and get this truck. But the one thing I did not like, it ain't like going and shopping on a car lot. They give you a few pictures online. They give you a few choices with some basic, information. And you pick your truck online. You don't even see it until you get to orientation. That's the one thing I did not like about their process of getting the truck. Now, the thing I didn't like about the orientation is that it is a lot of crap packed into a short amount of time, especially if you've never run a Qualcomm, you've never did anything like that. I've had the E-logs before, but not the Qualcomm as far as the workflows and all of that humdrum. So when you go in orientation, you're lucky if you get out Thursday evening to where you still might pull a couple loads on that weekend. And it is possible to get your truck, get a trailer, and they pay you to go get a trailer, and get out there and get you a load or two before the weekend's over. This is very possible because I did it. I think I still made like $800 that first week's check, which I had to get out and hustle because when I got to orientation, I think I had $20 left, and that was it till payday. So I was really happy when I got my first check, and my first cash advance, I think, is when I was the most happiest. Yeah, it was very interesting. But to come over with no money down, they basically based everything off of my experience level and my record, because no tickets, no wrecks, like 16 years of accident freeness, and all of that. So I was really happy with it. I did the 1 year lease, because then they had the 1 year lease. As soon as I finished the 1 year lease, well, my truck payment was like $605 a week. My maintenance fund was $190 something a week. And once I finished that year, they stopped taking out the maintenance, and they averaged out my payments for the 2 more years. So total for paying my truck, it would be 3 years. So once they averaged it out, actually I was paying more than that. I think I was paying like $670 before they averaged it out, because now I'm paying $605. Plus they had the $194, and now I don't have to pay the $194. I have to keep up with that on my own. But be warned, that maintenance money is all you got help from Schneider. That, even though that's your money, they're not going to help you buy tires. They're not going to help you if you blow a turbo. Schneider Finance or Schneider National, they have both told me that they do not offer that. Now, I've noticed with Schneider Finance, they do things for some people they don't do for other people. Maybe that's part of the case. I don't know. But I've been told by both companies that they offer no help. So mind your P's and Q's and put up your money, or have a fat credit card, because if something comes up and you don't have enough to afford it, it's going to be all on you, brother or sister. So make sure you got your ducks in a row with your job. And anyway, Orientation, they fed us, they put us in hotels, but they like us to share hotels, and I'm not a big sharer, especially with people I don't know. So I basically didn't sleep until I got in my truck. It's not that I was with bad people or stinky people or anything like that. I just don't trust people I don't know. It takes me a long time to build up trust because I've been burned so many times. But that was basically the orientation process in a nutshell. You have a lot of hazardous materials nonsense. Because it's nonsense to me because I'm not gonna pull hazardous materials. I don't even have the thing on my license, but I had to go through all of their computer-based learning about hazardous materials, and I still have to do it on their quarterlies whenever they want to put it on their quarterlies. So just don't think that you're going to get out of it because you don't have the hazmat on your license. You still got to put up with Schneider's version of hazardous materials training. They will micromanage you, and they will drive you crazy with their inspections and their quarterly computer stuff and their messages about safety. This new Qualcomm I've got right now, I don't hardly get messages. I don't even get messages about our fuel discount, so that's nice. Luckily, Steve Allington has been able to tell me about anything important coming down the pipe, but now he's done gone. He's headed over there to Light Trucking, and congratulations to him. I'm jealous. I might be making me a move for long. Depends on how things work out. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera. This road is really rough. This used to be the good section of this road, and that really pretty section that we just came off of, that was the bad section. But now they have that redone, and it's so smooth, but this right over here is getting bad. But yeah, it's fun to go through the orientation, and interesting to see how Schneider does everything. And you'll get the chance to go out there and see your truck and sign up with Schneider Finance if you do Schneider Finance, and they'll run it through the inspection process and all. But if I had it to do over, I would have to do it the same way because my credit is not good enough to go out and get a truck and then bring it in. I'm trying to build it back up, but being poor and in Mississippi, I've made bad choices, but they were all choices that I had to make in order to keep food on the table. No bankruptcies though. No bankruptcies. And I've tried to pay back everybody I have got money from. So, but nobody's perfect. And if you take care of your finances at home, you can take care of your finances in the truck. You can make pretty good money at Schneider, and it's a great starter company to start learning the business. The business is not simple. It is not easy. Granted, Schneider does make it kind of idiot proof. I would recommend them to anybody that wants to start driving their own truck. You never have to worry about slip seating again or being put in an older, nastier truck whenever something happens to theirs or anything like that. This is my truck. I never have to get out of it and drive anything else. You know, I have to drive this truck until it's paid off. Now, if I get sick, I cannot put another driver in this truck. The note would just go unpaid. Schneider National won't let you put another driver in your truck. They don't fleet lease either at Schneider. Ooh, see how rough it is? Schneider Finance won't let you put another driver in that truck because you're the one responsible for it. If I'm not mistaken, they may let you buy a truck and put somebody else in it if it's your second truck or something like that. I don't know. That's going to need more research down the road. Because at the next company, I may end up getting another truck and putting a driver in it, and I may not. I don't know. Time will tell. But yeah, that's the orientation process. I mean, you'll do drug screen, and their drug screen is a hair follicle test. They will take your hair and they will test it. So if you're the guy that thinks that you can escape a drug test and not be indicated because you done got it down to your urine, well, buddy, that hair is going to show it up for a long time. So don't bother. They gonna catch you. But you get a pre-pass, an easy pass, and you can activate the pre-pass, but you're going to have to pay it. The easy pass is going to be on there until you leave Schneider. But I enjoy my pre-pass, I really do. Because I can't stand going through a weigh station, because they are not your friends. But the process, sometimes you have a long waiting list on a truck. Once you get a truck, you can usually get into orientation pretty quickly. But if you're going through Schneider Finance, those trucks become available at different intervals. Like I waited 3 months on my truck because I wanted an older model truck with a stick, So that's what I got. I got me a 2014 with a stick, and I love it. I would like an automatic on my next truck because I've heard so much good about them, and it's so much easier, especially in traffic and all of that kind of mess. Yeah, my opinion of Schneider is I would recommend them to somebody that's trying to get into owner-operator. You get your truck through Schneider Finance, bring it over there, and you work your butt off. You're going to run hard. You're going to use every hour you can to make that money. But you will be able to book your loads pretty tight. And on the weekend, you can still find loads. You may have to deadhead a little bit to pick it up, but if you keep moving every day and you got revenue coming in every day, you should do fine. Even if you're swinging through the house, you can still do fine because you can swing through the house with a load. You direct your path. You choose your destiny on this load board. If you decide not to work, you're not going to make money and you're going to fail. And that's the thing you have to remember. You can't, a lot of people take their truck straight home after orientation. I recommend you run your butt off because you usually get 1 or 2 free weeks after orientation before the notes start coming out of your check every week. And you need to use that to build you up by $1,000, give you a little bit of headway. I had to use it for bills, so I ran hard so that I could get some money to pay up on my bills, and it started helping me catch up. I did not go straight home to mama and say, look at my truck. I had to go run. Now I routed myself toward the house with freight, and that helped me keep moving. But yeah, for the first little while, I really tore it up. I was always on the roads. I'm going to keep trying to put up some more Schneider information and stuff because I may be leaving before too long. I found another company I think is going to pay a little bit better. I may be making a mistake. We'll all have to wait and see. God bless. We'll catch you on the next trip.